Rainmakers, what is up? Greetings. I'm here in the video studio. My team is putting me to work. They're like, we need this video, this video, this video. So I had to come in here, and I don't normally shoot here in the video studio, which is kind of funny. In the house that we're building, we're actually, one of the rooms, pretty large room, actually, I think larger than this room, is going to be dedicated to a video studio. So I'm pretty excited about that. And we like double padded the walls, so it's, you know, cool sound and stuff. But anywho, I digress. So today I'm going to talk about follow-up, because I get so many questions around follow-up. I'm selfishly shooting this so I can just point you guys to this recording, right, and never answer a follow-up question ever again. So we're gonna have some fun. Let me give some shout outs. I gotta lean in here. What's up, Marcy? Eamon in the house. Maggie, yes. What's happening? What's going on? What do we got? Andrea, Laura, good morning. How are ya? Debbie, yes. Very nice. And all right, cool. All right, let's do this. All right, so first of all, your action step, you may have guessed, all right? Follow up. Okay, I want you to follow up with someone who hasn't responded to you in over a month. Okay, in over a month. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to do a training on follow-up, but that's your action step. And not just follow up with one person, but at least 5 people. What are 5 people that through text or email or Facebook Messenger, Snapchatties, whatever it is that you use, right? At least 5 people who haven't followed up with you or didn't respond to you in over a month. And I want you to do something that I call the update, right? Now, this is not a, hey, has anything changed in your world? Or, hey, are you ready to join, right? We're not there, right? We should not. I don't like that approach, but what I do like is some kind of little update, okay? A little update, and I'm gonna talk about this in the training, but an update could be, hey, I always want you to be super busy. I do not want you to be the nagging, ex-girlfriend, right? I haven't heard from you. What have you been up to, right? Like, don't do that, right? Don't say, haven't heard from you, because I've been sitting here, just waiting for the phone to ring or waiting for your message to come through. No, you've been freaking busy. You've been busy, right? Postured people are busy, and they're up to things. People are attracted to people up to things. Like if I ask somebody, hey man, what are you up to? What new projects are you working on? No, nothing much. I'm just kind of working and doing my thing. I'm like, ugh, all right. Wow, you're not fired up or inspiring or someone I want to hang out with. But if someone says, oh my God, I'm up to this, I'm doing pow, I'm doing pew, right? If they give me that kind of energy, I'm like, woo, I'm a little excited. Even if they're not doing stuff that I'm not interested in, all of a sudden I'm like, woo, a fired up human being. Yes, I like it, okay? It's funny because one of the guys I met through a mastermind, he just sent me this really, really nice message, and he's like, dude, he goes, it is so obvious that you are so fired up with what you're doing. Like, I just want to be around you. That's the deal. That's what I mean by being busy, okay? By being busy, by being up to something. I am going somewhere, man. You want to come along, hop along, but I'm going anyway. I ain't waiting for you. So I'm not sending you haven't heard from you. I sent you all these nice messages. Where are you? Right? You guys ever seen Wedding Crashers? Don't run, I'll find you, right? So you're not that, right? You're not that. Come on, stop it, right? So it's an update. So it can be a personal update, a team update, a company update, but some kind of update. And my favorite is an update with a deflection. An update with a deflection. So an update with a deflection could be, maybe you're at your company event, right? Which I highly suggest, by the way. I highly suggest you get to your company events. That is one of the keys of becoming a large leader. It's very true, and I don't get a toaster for telling you that. But an update with a deflection. It's one of my favorite ones because the tactic is really, really, it just works, okay? However, I have since learned by being immersed with you guys and really studying what it is that you post on Facebook and how you study conversations, I have to now include a third thing, okay? And I'll get to that here in a second. So what's the update? The update could be, hey, just brought in a major business leader into our team, and I'm super excited. That could be an update. Let me focus on update first. So update could be, hey, I just brought a major leader into the team. They're actually head of the Chamber of Commerce or whatever. Some kind of perhaps over edification of someone you've recently brought in. Okay. Or maybe you haven't brought in anyone of influence or anything like that, and so maybe it's hey, super excited. We actually just welcomed some person of influence into our company. So maybe it's not even in your team, maybe it's not even you personally, but you hear of someone of influence coming into the team. Okay, maybe you won something. I remember every single time I had a win, every time. It triggered me to go and follow up with a bunch of people, right? Like, hey, I just won a cruise. Hey, I just won a car. Hey, I just did this. Hey, I just did that. Now, maybe you're not having these kind of wins, so you want to focus on different kinds of updates. So an update could be, hey, we just launched in Europe, and people are excited. Hey, my friend Susie just hit $1,000 a week. Hey, and you could say, by the way, friend, right? Could a friend be someone in another team? Could a friend be someone in totally another, cross line? Of course, absolutely. And you don't have to give full credentials like Deborah Smith from Topeka, Kansas, right? Just saying, hey, my friend Deb just hit $1,000 a week. So it could be that kind of update, something exciting, something cool, something that would get someone's attention. Okay, so that's part one of a great follow-up. Okay, part one. Okay, update, deflection. Deflection means that they're not the prize. Okay, you're not tangled up trying to close them. Right? They're not the prize. So an update might be, hey, I'm super excited. I just hit a new title in my company and things are rocking and rolling over here. That could be your update. Hey, listen, do you know anyone that wants to make some extra money if we showed them how to do it? Let me know. Hope you're doing well. I got to jump on another call. That's it. Now, the third thing that I've realized I have to tell you is don't be freaking salesy. So don't do this masterful, persuasive, ninja strategy and then at the end say, you could kill it in this van. You could really make so much money. Oh my God, with your talent and your skill and your mustache, you could totally just dominate this thing, man. Right? Stop. Stop including your salesy thing. I know that it's like ingrained as an eager beaver, right? We got to eager beaver it. I know you're fired up to pitch them your deal, but Stop including that stupid salesy part, because that stupid salesy part it's reducing all the other stuff. So I give you this ninja tactic, and then you smack it's like an outro on a video. It's like, well, I gotta throw the sales in there, Ray. I gotta tell them that they're gonna make a lot of money. No, you don't, because it negates the power of the persuasive part that I've just told you. So that's it, right? It's nothing about them making money. It's nothing about them selling. It's nothing about them doing a darn thing. It's an update, deflection. My favorite kind of follow-up, okay? So do at least 5 of those today. That's your action step for today. By the way, super impressed with all the Wealth Wednesdays. Really, really awesome. I saw some really awesome. The thing I love the most is multiple stories I saw where there was a butterfly effect, right? There was a ripple effect, where one of our rank makers bought someone a gift card for the person behind him, and then someone else decided to do the same thing. Oh my God. Now we're talking about duplication, baby. Now we're talking about multi-levels. Now we're talking about, that's super, super awesome, a butterfly effect. I'll be honest, I never actually anticipated that, but I saw at least 3 stories yesterday of a rank maker doing something kind, some act of kindness, and then the person reciprocating to somebody. That's super, super cool. Because guess what? Now that person feels good, right? Not just to receive, but to give. Really, really awesome. So that's your action step. 5 people who haven't responded to you in a month, okay? And do it. Update, deflection. Update, deflection. Not, did you watch the video? You told me you'd watch the video. Why didn't you watch the video, right? That's what you sound like through Messenger. When you're like, do you watch the video, right? Haven't heard from you. No, you've been too busy to care a damn about if you've heard from them or not. You got to get in that mindset, man. Does the top law partner in a $50 million a year law firm, do they can't believe this person didn't call me. Oh, God. No, they're too busy. They're like, oh, okay, no problem. Boop, off the list. Okay? That's it. Okay? They're not all tangled up. How do I get this person to respond to me? It's been 45 days. Update, deflection. And by the way, what if they don't respond? Oh my God. What if they don't respond, Ray? I said the update, deflection, no response. It's okay. It's all right. It's really not a big deal. And so I'm going to get into my training on the follow-up. I'm going to share a story with you that I think is super, super cool, and I didn't anticipate it, but it's really, really awesome. Okay, so you got it? Guess what? Some aren't going to respond. Whoa, right? It's not a freaking big deal. Go send some more follow-ups. What's the problem? Go prospect some more people. Don't worry about it. Your life isn't in shambles because JoJo didn't return your message. Come on, man. Move on. Jeez. Woo. Anyway, so couple updates. HigdonGroup.com/Baltimore. December 9th, Baltimore. We're coming for you. We're going to bring it to Baltimore, right? I know it's going to be 2 degrees Fahrenheit, but we're going to bring it up to at least 37, right? 37 degrees from 2 degrees. We're going to bring the freaking heat. It's going to be on like Sir Donkey Kong. That's December 9th. HigdonGroup.com/Baltimore. We do have limited seating. I do suspect we will sell out. I actually suspect we'll sell out before this weekend. So, we have, these events, I mean, they're one-day events, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., quick, but they're really, really powerful. We did one in Fort Myers, and people were like, they were just blown away. December 16th, okay, so that's HigdonGroup.com/Baltimore. I know 11 of you are going to say, what was that link again? HigdonGroup.com/Baltimore. And then in December 16th in Fort Myers, Florida, conveniently located for me, is HigdonGroup.com/Florida. Because I know people misspell Fort and they misspell Myers, so we did Florida, right? HigdonGroup.com/Florida. Okay, that's December 16th. We have a little bit more room there, but it is my home base, so I think we'll sell out on that one too. So December 9th, HigdonGroup.com/Baltimore. December 16th, HigdonGroup.com/Florida. Would love to see you. By the way, if you cannot make it, you can get the recordings really, really cheap. Okay? Now, here's how we operate here at the Higdon Group, in case you haven't noticed this, okay? When we pre-sell recordings, they're stupid cheap. Stupid cheap, right? I mean, I forget the price, but it's freaking ridiculous to get an entire day of recordings for as cheap as we're selling them. However, once they're produced, the price skyrockets. So we sell the recordings for a lot more once they're already produced. I'm giving you a deep, deep discount because you got to have patience. You got to wait. It usually takes a few weeks before these recordings are ready. And so I'm giving you a deep discount if you pre-purchase them. Okay. So if you can't make it, but you would like the recordings, you can get them for the cost of a very low cost dinner, right? And you can have 6 hours of training there. Anywho, tonight 9 p.m. Eastern. If you'd like your team on this, you certainly can. And by the way, the two events, Baltimore and Florida, are not just for rank makers. I think it'll be a majority rank makers probably, but you can share it with your teams, even if they're not in rank makers. That's totally cool. And then tonight, I'm retraining myself, raywebinar.com. So tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, raywebinar.com, I'll be doing the 3 secrets to get more results on social media. So be there or be square. All right, so let's talk about follow-up, okay? In our closing blueprint, I talk about the initial kind of follow-ups, okay? So for the inside of Rank Makers, we have the video called The Closing Blueprint. And that's where I cover exactly word for word what to say after you get someone to, first of all, how to get them to agree to watch a video. Second of all, what to say after they watch a video, what to say if they don't respond, right? So I give you that entire thing. What I'm talking about is after that. So let's say, 4, 5, 6 days go by and they still haven't responded, okay? Now this is what I'm talking about. Or either that, or you've been messaging people and they're just not responding at all. So they never watch a video or something like that. So first let me tell you the story, all right? So the story is I had a guy at our Fort Myers event last month, I think? Yeah, last month. Last month I had a guy at the Fort Myers event. His name's Dean. And Dean is the guy that back in 2000 and I don't know, 2006 or 7, he helped me set up payroll processing. And, I realized that as an entrepreneur, I realized that, my income, was kind of wacky, and my credit was going down. So I actually set up a payroll kind of processing kind of thing to build up my girlfriend then, wife now, credit, right? And so it's a long story short. I won't go into it, but he helped me set that up years ago. Now he helped me set it up, and then I think it was like a year or maybe 2 years later, I was rocking and rolling, building my network marketing business, right? I mean, that's the company that I became the #1 income earner in, and was just rocking and freaking rolling, like really, going at it. And he came to our Fort Myers event last month. Now I haven't seen this guy in quite a few years. And the subject of follow-up came up. And people are like, well, how long do you follow up, right? Because isn't it interesting? I teach posture, but I also teach follow-up, okay? So like, wouldn't a postured person, and I've seen trainers say things that are just horrendous to say to their team, like, I don't follow up. I'm Mr. No follow-up. Too cool for school. Well, that may be fine for you if you have a fantastic brand and you got leads coming in and you got all this stuff, but it is literally a catastrophe for a network marketing team to hear a leader say, I don't follow up, I'm too cool for school. Because you know why? Because they're not too cool for school. They don't have lots of leads. They don't have lots of people just reaching out to them and saying, oh my God, I want to work with you, right? So you got to think you got to think in your team about the person that has very limited, they're in a remote area, there's 6 people in their town, they don't know Facebook that well. So for you to say, I don't follow up, man, too cool for school. Because what happens? Downlines emulate the uplines, and now they're saying, well, I guess I don't have to follow up. You don't have the same brand, the same team, the same income. Probably not a good idea, right? So I'm a fan of follow-up, but in a particular way. Now, I talked about this in the action step, but let me kind of not demonstrate it for you, but tell you a story around it. So, Dean, who I haven't seen in years, and he had set up, our payroll processing. And so I run into Dean, and Dean, when I was talking about follow-up, we took a break afterwards, and he said, hey, can I show you something cool? And I'm like, sure. And he's like, take a look. And he showed me his phone with all of my text messages. And so I forgot about it, to be honest, because it's so ingrained in me. It's like, why wouldn't I do this? I mean, it's just silly to me. But he had like text messages for years from me. So the first one was like, hey bro, would you be at all open to take a look at what I'm doing? I think it may bring you some extra business, right? So he had that one. And he said, well, I'm pretty busy, but I'm like, and then my response was like, hey, no problem. Hey, I got to run to a meeting, but I'll catch up with you later. About a month later, hey bro, I just won a cruise. And I don't know if you're looking to make extra money or not, but do you know anyone who wants to make extra money? His response, well, I'll think about it. I'll let you know if I think of anyone. Cool, bro. All right, I got to run. I got to jump on a call. 2 months later, there's another one. 3 months later, there's another one. 3 months later, there's another one. 6 months later, there's another one. A year later, there's another one. It went on. And his little responses, like, because he wasn't open at the time, but here he was, having bought a ticket to Fort Myers event. Isn't that cool? I don't know if Dean's on here. Dean, are you on here? I know he's in Rank Makers, but it's just like, I'm like, man, that's so cool. I was like proud of me, right? Kind of like when I went skydiving. I don't know if you saw the skydiving video, but the guy was like, hey, how you feel? I'm like, I couldn't get it out because like my heart is like, in my eyeball. But I was trying to say, I'm proud of me because I'm afraid of heights, and I was terrified of skydiving, right? And so I was proud of me, right? Because I practice what I preach. And so the question of, how often do I follow up? What do I say in the follow-up? We get these kind of questions every single day. Every single day. right? And it's kind of we get this one every day, how to follow up, they didn't respond, that kind of thing. And then the other one we get is Facebook profile or page, right? And so we have a video on that, but I'm going to do one just so I never have to answer that ever again for the rest of my life, right? And then we'll just point to the video. That's how we operate here. And so the follow-up, okay? I love the update deflection, okay? If it can be personal, have it be personal. The question is, when do you stop following up? Well, if they're an a-hole, like if Dean would have said, dude, just give it up already, man. I don't want to work with you. I would have said, cool, no problem. And I want you to follow something. I would have disqualified him. He no longer has the privilege of getting my mentoring and getting my training and teaching and being a part of my blessed team. Okay? Now you, on your side, you may think, well, he disqualified you, Ray. He disqualified you. He said, stop it. You stop it right now, right? That may be your translation. It's not my translation. My translation is, I've just disqualified you. You can't be on my team. No. Bad. Get out of here, right? So he would have disqualified himself from my team, from my mentorship, from my training, from my time, from me working with him and helping him build an empire. Disqualified. You're out, right? You're out. In the absence of that, in the absence of rudeness or meanness or being a jerk, right? In the absence of that, I'm going to follow up with you until I see your name in the obituaries. I'm not joking. I'm going to follow up with you for probably ever, okay? And so there are people that I recruited years after starting prospecting them. And one of my follow-ups got them at the right time. I said the right thing, okay? So it's like maybe it was, hey, I just want to cruise, and I know this isn't a fit for you, but hey, do you know anyone that likes cruising and would like to earn some extra money? I literally, boom, 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 boom. Whether they reply or not, okay? Now again, if they reply with meanness, rudeness, and being a jerk, then they've just, I have disqualified them. But I'm going to follow up for freaking ever, okay? If I'm up on stage, I may send them a picture of, hey, here's me on stage in front of 20,000 people and, you know, just having a blast over here, man. Hey, if you know anyone that loves to have fun and loves to make extra money, we'll show them how to do it. Let me know. I will do update deflection seriously until I see their name in the obituaries, okay? And then I'm going to say, okay, yeah, that doesn't make any sense, right? So that's my follow-up. That's my follow-up is, I will continuously drip upon them for freaking ever. Now, can you do this with every lead? Probably not. Probably not. Because if you're doing the things that we teach in here, like doing Facebook Lives and doing things like that, you probably, after 6 months, you probably would be full-time busy just following up with those existing leads, and you would convert many of them over time if you did it right. Update, deflection, no sales. Update, deflection, no sales, right? If you do that right, you would be busy after 6 months of doing what we teach inside of here. You would literally have a full-time job just following up with the people you've been reaching out to and the people that's been reaching out to you, okay? So the chances of you doing what I'm talking about with every single person you ever meet, pretty unlikely. But see, I saw Dean as someone sharp, someone that I'd like to work with, had a good energy, and someone that was business connected. And so there are some leads that there's no leads that I'll mark off unless they are rude or disrespectful or whatever. But there are some leads that I kind of give a little bit more like, you know what, they're pretty connected. You know what, I really like their energy, their attitude, and I will pay special attention to them, and I'll probably follow up with them better, more consistently than I would just the regular Joe Schmo. So I hope that this helps you out, okay? I really do. So the next time you go to type in something into RankMakers about follow-up, just think, you know what, I should probably watch this video again. And because it'll help you out, I promise you. So RankMakers, rock it out. Do your reach out, update, deflection, no sales. Update, deflection, no sales. You do that, you'll be surprised at who reaches out to you. You'll be surprised at who actually responds, who hasn't responded in at least a month. Now, 5 of these to people over, it's been 30 days minimum, okay? 30 days minimum. So there you go, rock it out.